First down, pick it up, and keep moving.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jets in possession as we begin quarter number 2 here. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, Murray. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Kamale Correa in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Off play action. Murray. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There was nothing available there for him.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Taken in at the 22. A good return there, 17 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bills getting set to go. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tough.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Caught by Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there. They'll drop to throw.
Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Call it a gain of 3. And they're going to face a third down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
The Bills on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now back to throw. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so they can throw the football.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And New York set to take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Murray eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Gone, gone. Gone, gone. All right, now, lucky 56.
On 1st and 10, Murray. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It's a gain of 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this short timeout. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's Murray. He finds McKinnon, complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter. A lot of time to change things. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Murray. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the 1st half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw on 3rd down. Murray. Going up top. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
2nd quarter in Cleveland, and the Steelers there out to an early lead. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. This first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. First carry now for Alex Collins. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. from the shotgun. He'll look to throw. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, four down. 57, back 57.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And Butker able to put this one through. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Jets. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. To throw on 2nd down. Murray. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
The Jets on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Shaq Lawson able to track him down for a loss of 13. And it'll bring up 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. They're going to look to throw. Flush, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Leonard Williams in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Gets it off to Freeman. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. A spin. Got an open man. It's Rattling. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So 2nd and inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Freeman again, a 1st down carry. Down to about the 22 here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. He goes underneath to Freeman. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. They'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. A good display of footwork. It gets him just inside the 5 to the 4. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
He's going to get it running right. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
On 3rd and goal, Collins. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Alex Collins taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bills are in for 6. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And the lead is now 10-3. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out now come the Jets. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And
I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Watch him now, Barney!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Looking to throw on second down. Murray. Steps away to his left. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Partner, was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
The Jets on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun. Murray. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. Freeman again. Freeman with a fast feet and all the way down to the 37. A big run there by Freeman. Give him 42 yards on the ground. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Here's a 1st down run with Collins. He spins free. And a solid run down inside the 30. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now the pitch to Freeman. And now running right through it. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10.
No. Check. Patriot.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. Now Freeman, he's been busy today. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. On third down, Devontae Freeman. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a fourth down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to perhaps salt this one away. And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Murray now. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
From the gun, Murray. And he's going to go down again. Shaq Lawson in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense?
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Back to throw. Murray. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 44. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
This is Freeman on first and 10. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, break it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Eluding, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. On 3rd down, this is Collins. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Now the Jets are going to burn another timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. And his kick is good. Not by much. It was leaking oil in the end, but he tucks it in the bottom right corner. And the lead stretches 16-3 now. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
New York set to take the field. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Detroit! Detroit!
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. Escapes the sack. And he's going to go out of bounds. Gigantic loss. Kept retreating. Steps out. That goes down as a sack and a big loss of yardage. And, partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the